Hello, and welcome to Common Sense Sports. I'm your host, and today I'll be talking about Josh Allen's contract extension. Now, to start off, I think Josh Allen is one of the best players in the NFL. I think in the long run, he's the second most valuable player in the NFL. And, you know, it's a lot of money. It's the second most value, the second highest average annual value, and the most guaranteed money of any, quarterback ever or any player ever in the NFL. But, Josh Allen is that good, and it looks like he's only going to get better. Now, two reasons I really like the deal. One, obviously, he's amazing. And two, I think he's going to stay healthy. Um, you know, he is very big, he's very mobile, but he's not like a running quarterback. He's a quarterback who can run, and when he runs well. But he's gotten smarter at avoiding hits and avoiding dangerous situations. Um, you know, when he runs into a linebacker, he's not, giving up any size. He's definitely not giving up any speed. Um, and with that cannon of an arm and the great McDermott offense, you know, Josh Allen can avoid trouble. Um, you know, I think he was second in MVP voting last year. He had 46 overall touchdowns, 4,500 yards. He's just a stud, and you know, given his physical tools, given how he's improved every year, and with the Bills' great development and coaching staff, like you can definitely see him getting better. Like I'd say he's probably a top five quarterback in the NFL right now. I have like Mahomes first, Russell Wilson second, maybe Rodgers third. If Deshaun Watson ever plays again, I'd maybe have him fourth. Tom Brady fifth, and I think I'd feel pretty comfortable putting Josh Allen at sixth. But like by the end of next season, I expect to have Josh Allen probably third. Um, and you're playing at a time with the most quarterback talent ever, and he still manages to shine above. Um, and okay, so next you have to talk about how big the deal is. Obviously, when Mahomes got his deal, no one thought about it. No one blinked twice. He's Patrick Mahomes. Every time he steps onto a field, he's the greatest quarterback anyone's ever seen. I'm not saying he's the GOAT yet, but I mean, no one can deny Mahomes' greatness, and he has it all. He's the physical tools. He's so smart. He can throw from any arm angle, read plays. He has a great creative offense. He makes some mistakes, but he seems to just get lucky. Like he is, he's the kid. He's the guy who has it all. Um, so no one bet, getting $500 million. That's Mahomes is worth it. And when when the salary cap goes up, he'll be, more and more worth it each year. But now, like, compare it to other quarterback signings. In 2021, we saw Prescott go for 160. Now Prescott's improved a lot. I think he's, you know, the season, before his gruesome injury, he was easily putting together his best year. Um, 160 is a lot, but like, I I'm sure some team would have given him that. Quarterbacks are the quarterback market's crazy because you just have this bidding war, and you know everybody knows quarterback's the most important position in football, and these guys are a lot of them getting more than what they're worth because if you don't have them, you're kind of screwed. Now, one thing I think will happen soon, if it's not already happening, is I think we're going to be at a point where there are more than 32 NFL able quarterbacks in the league. So we might see a couple teams where their strategy is just like, look, we're going to just draft a new quarterback every 4 years or something, or pay a solid backup like $5 million, and we'll just use that extra 30-40 million dollars to build them a great offensive line or have some great receivers. Um, and I think that could work. Like just looking at the quarterbacks in the league right now: Mahomes, Allen, Prescott, Watson, Wilson, Goff, Rodgers, Cousins, Wentz, Ryan, Tannehill, Garoppolo, Stafford, Carr, Brady, Roethlisberger. I guess Taysom Hill, does he count? Bridgewater, Fitzpatrick, and that's when you start to get to like the bad quarterbacks. Now Roethlisberger's a little washed at this point. Um, Kirk Cousins is okay. Jared Goff, mm, he throws a beautiful ball, but I don't know much else. But then you also have rookie guys like Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Zach Wilson, who's I think going to be the best quarterback in this year. Trey Lance, who is just also insane in my opinion. You got Baker Mayfield, Nick Foles, Justin Herbert. I like Daniel Jones still. It's just you go Justin Fields, Mac Jones. Like you're going down this list, and there are more than 32 quarterbacks who can play the position. Lamar Jackson, geez, I forgot about him. Um, so you have a lot. Now, as far as the elite quarterbacks go, the ones that are win you an extra 2 games a season, those are the guys worth giving out money to. I think they're clear top tiers, and I think Josh Allen is in one of the two. Um, like he's great. I don't. I. It's hard to say much else. You know, and Deshaun Watson, who you could argue is right in there with that top tier, and just hasn't had the help or the coaching or whatnot. Like he looks like he's in a lot of trouble, just like rightfully so, if the reports are true. And like I don't know, like Josh Allen's don't grow on trees. Um, I mean, just purely from an athletic standpoint, he's probably one of one like ever. Now, funnily enough, the closest comp is like his oft forgotten backup Tyree Jackson, who was 6'7", like 260, ran the 40 in like 4.59 or something crazy, and he just has a cannon, but he has no mechanics, poor pocket awareness, like horrible accuracy. He's an interesting project, but like Josh Allen, what a player. Um, Now it's still a lot of money. I'd be interested to see where this money comes from. I don't really know the Bills' cap situation too well. I know that I think this is his fourth year. So he has this season and then the fifth year contract season. So he's gonna get paid probably like 30 something million next year. Let's see, I can probably calculate it kind of. Okay, yeah, he's probably gonna get paid around 30 million, a little bit more, maybe next season. But he's gonna be worth it, and there's gonna be a big cap jump soon when we go to 17 games, and he could win you a Super Bowl this season, um, and you got to do it. Now, Mahomes' deal pretty soon is gonna look like a huge bargain, and it has a interesting guaranteed structure where it's like 2 years rolling, which means you have to eat an extra $90 million of Mahomes that you don't want before you can get out of that deal. But again, like Mahomes is in a different league. He's the best thing we've ever seen, and I mean, the rumors are that Trey Lance is there, but I'd like to see it first. I don't think that it's impossible. I think this was a fantastic quarterback draft. I think if Zach Wilson can stay healthy, he will be a stud. I think Trevor Lawrence is a little overrated, but he has that typical QB, like 6'6", athletic, long flowy hair, college success, high school success. You know, so whatever. Um, Trey Lance is great. Last year, I'm a huge Joe Burrow fan. I think he'll be great. Herbert, I thought he was going to stink. He's been fantastic. So, there are quarterbacks coming up who could be as good as Josh Allen, and maybe this deal looks a little bit worse if you're 5 years down the line and there are 10 quarterbacks as good as Josh Allen is with like potential to get better. But you know, I mean, my putting Josh Allen at 6 could be like maybe that's a little rough. Like maybe he's really like the second best quarterback. Like you could say Josh Allen's the second best quarterback in the NFL, at least based on this past season, and you can make an argument. I think it's a pretty clear Mahomes Wilson is 1-2, but you know Josh Allen's a beast, and I'm sure Bills Mafia is gonna love having him there. Maybe you can buy yourself some Josh's nuts, and just sit back and enjoy the next few years because the Bills have something brewing. They should be very happy with the direction of this franchise. All right, that's all I have to say for now. Um, I expect a Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield extension pretty soon. I think Lamar Jackson's deal is probably going to be right up there. I don't like it quite as much. I think Lamar Jackson is a little bit of an injury risk, and Baker Mayfield, I think, is a little bit of a talent risk. I think the Browns have an insane offensive line, and I don't know if Baker Mayfield could do what he did for like half the season last year without it. Anyways, this is Common Sense Sports signing out.